All right, here we are, lining a sheet of paper, preparing to create a specimen of ornamental penmanship. It's February 25th, 2025. Yep, I've been practicing studying ornamental penmanship for the last few weeks. It's something that I've always gotten into for a little bit, and I should wind it back here a little bit. When I got into American penmanship, it was always, all right, I'm going to learn business penmanship first just because it's so much plainer and it looks easier. It seemed like the logical place to start. And then I'm going to take what I learned there and I'm going to transition into ornamental, and it never happened. Because every time I went to learn ornamental, it was like a step too far for me. It was like, whoa, this requires another level of movement, another level of grace, precision, performance, that I don't have, that I'm not capable of. And as much as I tried and practiced and studied, it was always just so clear to me, like, oh, you're never going to get this. You're never going to figure this out. But here I am again, and I still feel that way, but I've had a few things happen the past few weeks while I've been studying, a few strokes, a few revelations as far as the movement goes that made me see, like, oh, like I've had little glimpses that, like, oh, I could maybe figure this out. But the same obstacle is still in my way, which is the anxiety, fear, and doubt that comes up when I'm trying to produce, call it a work of art, like I am in this video. And this video is just a simple sentence. This is a specimen of my ornamental penmanship at this time. But you'll see it when I make this capital T, the first letter. It's the blank page. I took the time to line it. It's a capital letter. It requires some swift movement with a nice shade. And I never had a chance. And I don't think I've made beautiful capital T's in my life, ornamental penmanship capital T's in all different styles, probably 100 times, maybe more. I've probably made 1,000 of them, but this one is not one of those. And I don't think I've ever made one in this specific type of scenario where it's the first letter of a document, of a work of art, of a specimen. There's some significance there in my mind. This is a raising of the stakes in my mind. And whenever you raise the stakes and you create significance, with it comes fear and anxiety and all that stuff and doubt. And you can't write ornamental penmanship or any kind of art. You can't create any kind of art. You can't perform any type of sport, craft, whatever, with fear, anxiety, and doubt. It doesn't work. It creates tension, shakiness, nervousness. It just doesn't work. It makes you feel like you have no idea what you're doing, what you're about to do, like you've never done it before. That's what it makes you feel like. I've done it. I've written probably over 1,000 capital T's. I've easily made 100 good ones in my life, and I've made quite a few good ones the past couple weeks. But in that moment, it's like I've never held a pen before, almost. So, I have studying, I have practicing to do, I have skill to acquire in this art. It's not that this is the only thing holding me back, but I know I'll never ever create something like this. I mean, if all I want to do is write on a piece of paper and practice and, fill the sheet with T's and make a few good ones, I can do that. and I can get better at it, and I can, increase the percentage of teas that are good to the percentage of teas that are bad. But if you really want to create professional work, I would call it, you have to be able to access that skill when you need it, when it matters. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'm making the video just to, like this video, like all my videos, at the end of the day, I make them for me. It's just the truth of it. But I'm just making this to kind of plant a flag in the ground for myself and say, I'm gonna take a hard look at this. And I wish I could say I'm going to figure it out. Maybe that's part of the problem, that I'm just not able to say that right now. I don't have that confidence in it, but whatever. Even though I don't have it, I'm not gonna let that stop me. That's why I'm making the video, and just say I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna keep looking at this and figure out what's going on, try to understand it, and see what happens. So this video is just one of many things I'm going to be trying to get to the bottom of this. And so I might be doing some other weird things with my YouTube, with whatever, because the audience is an integral part of this. You have to understand that. This is significant. This is significant to me personally, making a specimen of my penmanship. That does have some significance to me, because I will look at it and I will judge myself with it, and it will make me feel good if it's good writing, and it'll make me feel bad if it's bad writing, and it'll make, if I do this again in a month or 2 months and it's improved, I'll feel good about myself, and if it hasn't improved much, I will feel bad about myself, which I think is all part of the problem. But also the audience and other people is a part of it too, because that adds another layer of anxiety, doubt, and fear. Is that, other people are going to look at this, and if they like it, then and they praise me, I'll feel good about it, and if they don't, and they are silent or they criticize it, then I'll feel bad about myself. It's all part of the same thing. So I guess that's why I've decided that I have to do some of this in public, I guess you could call it. So it's a weird thing to try to tackle. I don't know too many people that have tried to tackle it in public and actually really gotten anywhere. I've seen some things here and there, but which also makes me wonder if it's a good idea. But I also have the fear that by making the video, I'm only ingraining and strengthening that belief that I'm not good enough to do this. I'm never gonna figure this out. But I'm taking that risk because I'm just experimenting at this point, I guess you could say. So this is an experiment. Maybe I'll never do another video about ornamental penmanship again. We'll see. Anything could happen. But today I'm putting this one out, and we'll see if it can move anything around or help me understand what's going on here a little bit better.